guys, Coastal Dad back today to talk about my daughter's 2008 Chrysler Sebring convertible. My last video, we spent time repairing the top. The top latch motor had worn out. It was the original latch motor, and it wouldn't allow the top to completely close. So about a 30-minute job. It turns out it looked like it helped a lot of people out, which is great. But since the car is 16 years old, it had a lot of safety issues that needed to be addressed. And the first one, and this isn't an installation video, it's not an unboxing video. I'm sure you can find 100 of those on YouTube if you like. I'm just going to do a quick little rundown of the products that I bought that I thought worked great. Did a lot of research on each, made sure they were easy to install, anybody can do it. The first one was the car didn't have a backup camera. So I went with the Whistler backup camera. It's a solar backup camera. It's wireless. It's got the smaller LED display, which I liked. It was easier to get onto the dashboard. It charges up, solar power, mounts to the license plate, simple installation. I didn't want to run another wire into the trunk. The convertible trunk is full of wires as is, and I didn't want to get anything in the way or have the wire be cut by the operation of the top. The second thing I got was the car came with halogen headlights, which in an area, we live on the coast, and in an area this dark, they take their sea turtles very seriously around here. So it's very dark at night. So I went with the Sea Light Scopark LED headlamps, and the reason I did is they got good reviews, but I was worried because of the age of the car that the LEDs might flicker, that the computer might have difficulty recognizing the lights. So I contacted Sea Light, and they told me that if they did flicker, that they work on 99% of vehicles, but if they did flicker, they would send me the CAN bus adapters free of charge. They'd mail them to my house if I bought off their website. If I bought through Amazon, you'd have to go through Amazon customer service to get that. So I would suggest using their website, because you also get a 10% discount if you're a first-time buyer there. I think I ended up paying $55 for these, and they are great. Super easy to install, extremely bright. They work great. The third thing I got is a car LED hood light. Now I know some of you have seen some of these. It's a dynamic LED strip that goes underneath the hood of the car, and I ran it into the fuse box. Used a fuse tap. Very simple installation. Took about 20 minutes. The fuse taps are about $5 on Amazon. Again, I'll put links for all these things below. But it looks pretty good. I thought maybe it looked a little cheesy, but it doesn't. It actually looks pretty good. And at night, it works really well. During the day, I was hoping to use it as like a daytime running lamp type thing, but it's not bright enough for the bright daylight, especially with the amount of sunlight we get here. But it works fantastic at night. And like I said, easy to install. This was about $15. The Whistler, I didn't say, the camera, this was on special, not Prime Day, but I just waited for a sale, and I ended up getting it for about $69. And I'll demonstrate it when we get outside, and we'll also do a demonstration on the dynamic headlight strip, and as well as the low beams and high beams. Alright, see you out there. Alright, this is the Whistler solar backup camera. Again, the camera is mounted on the license plate. I ran the wiring, the power wire, back behind this piece of trim here. And if you use a trim tool, you can just pop this entire centerpiece out. You want to be careful because, you know, these cars are getting a little long in the tooth, and so you don't want to crack these, because I don't even know if you could find these. But it came out very easily. I just took my time, you know, ran around the bezel, dropped the wire down into right behind this little cubby hole area, and this pops out the same way. You just use the trim piece here, and this pops and swings up. And I know you can't see in the back, but at the back of the cubby I drilled a hole and ran the power wire to be able to plug it there into the cigarette lighter adapter. And so it's a clean little install. It's a small screen, but it does what I need it to do. It starts whenever you start the car, and it connects pretty quickly. You can't really use it as like a rear view camera, a rear view mirror type camera when you're driving because of the lag. Now, when you're backing around a parking lot or just using it in general, it works great. Now, it does cover up the little analog clock that's back here, but that clock looked kind of cheap, and it just didn't look all that great anyway. So, the backup camera is a lot more important. And if I needed to know the time, I can just look on the radio. But yeah, it's a great little camera. Like I said, it was about $69. I think normally it's $105. But if you wait for a sale, it'll drop, $30 or $40. But easy install, just one wire. Right now I have it set up for, the backup time is 1 minute. You can set it for as long as 2. And when it times out, you can just hit this button if you need it again. That was good timing. And it'll sync up with it, and there you go. The picture's decent. Not the best in the world, but again, it does exactly, what I need it to do. So later this evening, we'll take a look at the headlights. All right, now that it's in the evening, after today we looked at the Whistler solar wireless backup camera. Tonight we're going to look at the C-Light LED headlamps, both low beam and high beam. Also the LED light strip. The LED light strip you won't be able to see from inside of the car. I'm sorry guys, it's raining out. But I'll do a shot from the front of the car so you can see that as well. Here are the low beams. I wish I'd have taken a before video of the halogens. These throw out probably 100 feet further than the halogens ever did. And here's the high beams. I mean, it's just an insane difference in the amount of light these put off. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll take a look at the front end of the car.
Alright, once I turn the key to the on or accessory position, you can see the LED strip light under the hood beginning its little startup sequence. I have them wired directly into the fuse box under the hood with a fuse tap. Don't let that scare you. There are plenty of YouTube videos that'll walk you through the process. I'm not quite sure how I feel about these yet, but I think they look kind of cool. But that just may be the high school low-riding booming stereo side of me talking. The real difference here is with the C-Light LED bulbs. They absolutely blow the old halogens away. I wish I had taken a before photo, but we had a trip planned and I needed to get them installed. It was about a 20-minute job, and the visibility for both the driver and oncoming traffic is dramatic. The bright lights are intense, to say the least, so be aware.
Alright guys, well I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you'll get a few good ideas on maybe how you can upgrade some of the equipment on your car, particularly if it's older. My wife's car is a 2019 and we will definitely be upgrading to the C-Light LED lights here in the near future. I'm not sponsored by any of these products. I have 8 subscribers. I'm just trying to put a few things out there maybe to help some people upgrade the safety on their car, particularly if it's an older car. The next video I plan on doing is we have a small leak in the top, and apparently it's a problem in the 0708, but I'll be having a professional handle that. So I'll bring that video to you hopefully within the next 2 weeks. And again, I appreciate you watching. If you like it, I would appreciate a like. Take care. Bye-bye.